I'll tell you, it's a fantastic view from here.
Holy crap, it's beautiful out here. It sure is. It's something else. And I can't wait to get outside. Look at that. It's a nice place to land.
Hello there, from the men on the moon.
Okay, forward hatch is open. Lower your visor. Alrighty, starting out the door.
Man, that may have been a small one for Neil, but that's a long one for me.
Beautiful view.
Isn't that something? Magnificent sight out here.
Magnificent desolation.
It's a great honor and privilege for us to be here representing not only the United States, but men of peace of all nations. Honor for us to be able to participate here today.
And I think that's pretty good after only 10 years. Here we are spending 3 days on the moon. That's moving ahead.
It's super. This is going to be a good day, Charlie. Why don't you run around and pick up a rock?
Hey, outstanding suggestion. Give me a rock bag, Charlie.
A little one to the big one.
Oh, is this a neat way to travel?
Isn't it great? I like to skip along. Hey, this is the cleanest place I've ever been in my life. Woo! Dust is everywhere.
Let me throw the hammer, please. It's all yours. You're a geologist. You ought to be able to throw it. You ready for this?
Yeah. Don't hit the lamp.
Look at that. Look at that. Look at that.
I'm sure there's another good rock around here that I've been eyeing out my window. I wanted to get anyway.
That's a big rock there. Sure is. Good picture. Go ahead. Did you get the two? Yep.
Okay, Houston, we're underway. Yow! Woo! Man, that's a great big skid.
Well, in my left hand, I have a feather. In my right hand, a hammer. And I guess one of the reasons we got here today was because of a gentleman named Galileo a long time ago who made a rather significant discovery about falling objects in gravity fields. So we thought we'd try it here for you, and I'll drop the two of them here, and hopefully they'll hit the ground at the same time. How about that?
Golly, covered me with dust on that one.
Sorry, Charlie.
That's okay. Hey, John, this is perfect with the loom and the rover and you and the old flag. Come on out here and give me a salute. Off the ground, on the floor. There we go.
Bet.
Our man completed his first exploration of the moon. May the spirit of peace in which we came be reflected in the lives of all mankind. 3, 2, 1, ignition. Right away, Houston. Bets are good. Ag thought. Pitch over.
Roger, you have good thrust.
Hi guys, welcome back to Tino. So today we're going to be talking about the moon landing. So the moon landing first started, the race the moon landing happened was in 1969. You know, the first person to land in the moon was Neil Armstrong. This was during the administration of J.K. Kennedy. It was during the time of the, race to be the first country ever to make the moon landing. And here's the biggest thing, guys. Here's the biggest conspiracy of all. Did the moon landing actually happen? Did the moon landing actually was real? So I'm gonna tell you this, guys. I want y'all to do research and all that stuff. And whatever I talk about, this is your information. But the moon landing did not happen. There's too many red flags and how it happened, all that. The first red flag, I'm gonna tell you why I think it did not happen and why I feel strongly it did not happen is back then the technology was not even like that. The technology was like it was too low. Because you all remember, this moon landing was actually televised. It was actually national television. So you telling me if I send a rocket ship all the way to the moon, all the way to the moon, all the way up there. Y'all gonna able to see. Y'all gonna able to see me in national television. There's no way it's gonna happen. No matter how hard technology advanced, we're not that advanced to equipment to actually even to have it televised, to actually be in television. The whole world was able to see this shit. Excuse my language, guys. But the whole world was able to see it. But the moon landing, guys, I'm so sorry, it did not happen. That's what they want us to believe. Oops, sorry. But the moon landing happened. Neil Armstrong made world history, being the first man landing on the moon. No. Actually, guys, it's sad to say, but we were not the first country to land on the moon. We were the second country to land on the moon, which that was real. The first country ever to land on the moon was the Russians. But the Russians also failed many times before they even attempted. So, going back to this. This was a project called Apollo. So, if y'all remember, if y'all go back to history, Apollo was supposed to be one of the most historical ever what's called rocket ships ever make it, because it was going to be mankind happening. They even went over this shit, over this several times, guys. But the moon landing did not happen. Second thing I'm gonna tell why is the way how they made the gravity too much. We did not have the scientists to actually make a person breathe over there. We didn't have the technology to be like, oh yeah, this person's gonna breathe, you use this suit, you're gonna breathe ever. Like, first of all, we did not have enough resource to actually make that happen. When the Russians did it, I'm gonna tell you this, and this is actually all this what I'm telling you is all true story. When the Russians did it, I have recordings where there are people in the ship. When they flew out, they were on. They made it to the moon, but when they were trying to come back home, if somebody knows the story a little bit much better, they continue going the opposite direction. To the point they actually cut off the line and they just let them die. Because they didn't know how, they didn't have the resources, the equipment to actually bring them back. So the moon landing is one of the most historical things that ever happened, but this did not happen. There's actually too much evidence, guys. Too much evidence. When they were going over this project, guys, they started with 3 people before. I forgot the other 2 guys, and there was Neil Armstrong. 2 other people, they were about to go to the moon. First people ever make it to the moon, ever. So when these projects were going on, guys, this is one of the biggest things that happened during that time. What's it called, the word? They practiced it, the scene, over and over to give us the information and the advertising that it was gonna happen. To the point, there's a clip. I'm gonna see if I can find it for y'all. And y'all can see the rocket ship like this. Once it hits a certain part of the earth, it keeps going straight. Guys, I hate to break the bubble, and this is not. this is just a thing that has been happening over the years, being be lied to. But we were now the first people to actually land it. You know, as much as they were making tests during that time, I'm gonna be honest with you. They were making tests, they were exploding, they looked like nuclear bombs during that time. If you look into there's actually footage, recorded footage, real footage, these rocket ships were actually exploding. Guys, I like, first of all, I want to make this clear. I love astronomy, you know, I love all that. But you know, the moon landing, this just not happen, guys. The moon landing is a thing they made us believe for manipulation and controlling. They're like, oh yeah, we got the power, we go all the space and all that stuff. Makes hopes and dreams available, you know, come true, you know. But it was never gonna come true. You know, see, when you believe in dreams, you know that not good enough for a little trap. Yeah, dreams and hopes do come true. But one of the things with the moon landing, one of the most extraordinary things, they had it's like they shook them up, make it believe, and give it was gonna be the real deal. But in that, there's a story about the other two guys. They keep training and all that, and they were getting frustrated. Two of them actually, I believe they said national television, I believe, but all the witnesses then said the other two were ready to speak about it. It's projects, they're ready to reveal it to the world, say this was just fake. So the moment they actually were about to say something, they killed him and their entire family because they were supposed to be quiet, to hush them out. Neil Armstrong was not going to be the person making the declaration of the moon landing. Neil Armstrong was a backup, actually, reserve. When those two guys were ready to speak up, they call upon Neil Armstrong, but Neil Armstrong already has seen what's going to happen, so he had no option to go with it. And this is some things, guys, you might think I'm crazy or where I got this information, but this is some shit that actually is in the internet. It's all over the place, guys. So when this happened, guys, they told Neil Armstrong to do it, and this is how exactly happened. Then put a national, they recreated a whole scene where they put the rocks and everything. They made it seem like it was just exactly how the moon would have looked. And sadly, it was not. There were people there in the production that has spoke up and say that was not the truth. With the scenery and all that stuff. So they made it seem like Neil Armstrong, they made the whole capsule where Neil Armstrong was coming out of the ship, and he's actually acting like he's actually in the moon, guys. Seriously, guys, you have to think about it. This is no bullshit. This is actually a real thing. If you go up to space, can you all still actually verify? When you're on your plane, can you actually make phone calls? You lost signal. There's no way. So they made the whole capsule and show on television and made it seem like put actors and everything into a play in. So they'd be like, oh yeah, we made it to the moon. And put on the American flag with fans on it to make it seem this wavy, guys. That's exactly what happened. Now, guys, so with the whole moon landing thing, guys, it is a theory and it's a conspiracy, guys. But what I'm telling you is 100% true. You can find this information actually all over the internet. So once they did that, they made Neil Armstrong the most famous person in this planet during that time. He's still famous for it. But the Neil Armstrong will never talk about it because he saw what happened to the other two guys. They hashed him out. Because the other two guys were ready to speak out and say, hey, this is what happened. This was actually what was really going on. They said they would have to make them do pool lessons and all that stuff. Make them go on the water so they can breathe, act like they can breathe and all that stuff so they can get stronger. And guys, a lot of those guys said they were saying that it was all fake. They were saying that as soon as the rocket should go out, get to a certain part of the earth and hits a part of the earth's atmosphere, it was just gone and it come down straight back down. Now guys, remember, this is a conspiracy thing, but a lot of things I am telling you is true. I'm not making things up as I'm going. You know, we as people, we need to know what's going on, which one is the reality, which is the most common thing. Because that's how they manipulate, guys. Like with the whole moon landing, guys. If you think about it, we have a camera and all that. You can record and all that stuff, but you're gonna only able to have a national television. There's no way. Because back then, nothing was wireless. Everything was wired. So, to the point, they even made the scene, the rocket ship was going up. They have real rocket ship going up. And they cut up the scene and go up to Neil Armstrong because they had a whole studio where they recreated the whole scenery. Now guys, this is a lot of you guys might thinking what this guy's talking about or what it is. But remember guys, I will not make this thing stop and all that stuff. But this is one of the most historical things in lies that we were told to this still this age. They still teaching in schools that Neil Armstrong was the first person to hit it. No, that was Russians were, guys. And this information is in the internet, guys. You can actually go look at it yourself, guys. You can even don't take my word for it. Like I've told you in other videos, don't take my word for it, because a lot of things the government wants to cover up. They want to do a cover up, so you guys be like, shh. So you can manipulate, you know, that's how they get you into your brain. Of course it, oh shoot, something got in my mind, excuse me. Of course that they're gonna tell you, oh yeah, we did it, all that, nobody's gonna believe it, guys. It's like news. If you tell so many things true, how many people actually believe it? But you tell things fake, how many people actually believe it? You got people wrapped up, you get hype and all that. And this was all about the hype, guys. Really, it's about hype because the president, because during that time, guys, as well, the president of the United States was failing. It was failing, and it needed a way to break down, and had to break down, and had to break through. And that was the only way, guys. Seriously, it was the only way to make it from the whole moon landing. He made the promise. The president knew it was not going to be possible because we didn't have the technology. So they called this Project Apollo to be one of the most successful things that happened in human history. But it wasn't. We actually did it. We didn't do it first. We did it second or third. Possibilities going in China. But this is one of the most things, guys. Guys, I had to tell you this. I know this is gonna be a pretty short video, but guys, I want y'all to do me a favor. Tell me what y'all think. Why y'all believe in this conspiracy or not? Tell me in the comments. Write down your comments. Let me know what y'all think, what you know about it, all that stuff. I don't care if it's negative, positive. This is all about, you know, coming together as a family, guys. So guys, that's all I got today. Remember, this was Tino Talks. Don't forget to share, like, subscribe, So I'll see you on the next video, guys. See you guys.